Hi, good evening, everybody, fellow Christians and viewers of the Christ Elect Ambassador channel. Happy Sunday to you all. I have a very interesting topic for you today, and yeah, I know it's been 13 days since I promised the last video, but yeah, things going on for now. So, our topic today is a tale of two brothers, and this is a story telling you that you can be anything you want to be in life through Christ Jesus. As far as you proclaim it and you say it, you can do it in the name of God. You can do whatever you want to do. You can be whoever you want to be. No excuses. Only people who are lazy make excuses. And those who give excuses are always at fault. So this is a tale of two brothers now. And this is a true life story. You can make research about it. I don't know if it's on Google. So in Nigeria, about the year was 1985. Two twins were born into an Igbo home. And then shortly into their life, when they were 5 years old or so, their mom died. And then their dad started drinking. He fell into depression and then alcoholism due to the fact that he was missing his wife. And then he had two young children to take care of. And then it resulted into gambling, and then before you know it, one addiction and the other, smoking and all of that. Then he became a bad person to the kids. He beats them. He started yelling at them first. Then he resulted into hitting them. And then he took them out of school and they were to fend for themselves. And both of them are illiterates. Yeah. So at the point both of them got mature, they had to fend for themselves. So they both go out in the morning to go look for their daily bread, some handworks to do, and in the evening they get paid. Sometimes their daddy even beats them to get the money from them to use in his gambling affair. Such a dad, right? So that continued for a very, very, very long period of time, for about 10 to 12 more years or so. And I think their dad passed. Yeah, this was when their life really became rough, because this was when they were separated to stay with two relatives. And then at this point, their life became devastated. And then the relatives at some point decided that they were adults and they could fend for themselves, and then decided to send them off. It's not like they were staying with two separate relatives, like they stay with these people to this time, this other time they go to the other set of their families, and so on. So when the relatives decided to kick them out, they decided to go at this point their separate ways to see what life have in stock for them and everything. And life was good to both of them, but in separate ways. One became a criminal, was known for any bad engagements, robbery, name it, electoral malpractice, stealing of ballot boxes and things like that. The other one was a very good, legitimate businessman. When I mean legitimate, he got into automobile deals, import, exports. Like, he was known to be one of the biggest businessmen from the East as at that time. And wow, the people really love him and everything. So one Christmas, they do meet sometimes and everything. So one Christmas, they both decided to visit their home and then see their people, see their relatives back home and everything. And for sure, their relatives have been hearing their tale. So this one is this and this one is that. Whichever bad crimes they see on the news, sometimes they see the face of the other one and everything. But luckily for the other guy, the guy he supported during the election, the guy he stole the ballot boxes for, somehow won the elections, and he wasn't declared a criminal, in quotes. So when they came to the village, everyone saw them. They were both very rich at this point, but from different ways. We know one was into crime and everything, and one was into sincerity and legitimate business, and he always prayed to God, and he made God his guidance and everything and all of that. So yeah, so the villagers decided, the king said, come. These two people came from the same family. The king said it like to the elders and everything, from the same family and everything. They are from the same home. were trained by the same parents, the same dad, they are twins, and they stayed with the same relatives at every point in their lives until they were adults. How come they are two different people? This was what the king asked, and everything. All the elders in the community started to wonder, yeah, how come they're two different people, right? Same people growing up at the same home, doing same thing, and they went through almost the same thing in life, the same hardship and everything, but yet same people went through same thing in life, but yet they are two separate people. One is a very good Christian, legitimate businessman, and the other one a criminal, like full of, you get it, right? So they decided they couldn't get any answers for themselves. So the king decided, tomorrow, why don't we send for them and we invite them for a dinner? And then in the middle of the question, we ask them, what's up? What's the problem? How come you two, same family, same everything, but yet different lifestyle? And then they did, and guess what? The first one was asked, how come you lived with such a, how come you became a successful businessman despite your living situation? And the second one was asked the same question, despite your living situation, how come you became a criminal and everything? Despite your brother being so successful, how come you became a criminal? When the first one was asked, despite your living situation, how come do you become so successful and everything, despite the hardship your dad and family put you through, and we all saw you grow through hardship in this community? How come you turned out like this? He said, how else do you expect me to turn out? You saw the kind of daddy I had. You saw the kind of family I had and the kind of circumstance I had to grow in. The second one was asked, the criminal was asked, how come, why did you turn out this way? He said, how else do you expect me to turn out? You saw the kind of daddy I had, the kind of family and the kind of hardship I faced. So at the end of the day, they went through the same thing, but their brains, I guess, were programmed in two different ways, and they decided to be. So at the end of the day, it's not your decision, it's not what you went through, but your decision in life. The same water hardens the egg, but it softens the potatoes. That's it. So one became a criminal, one became a legitimate businessman and a good Christian, despite the same situation in life. So thank you so much, my brothers and sisters, for watching, and see you next week, Sunday. And I have a very interesting topic next week, Sunday. It's about tithes and everything. God bless you. See you next time.